Welcome to Pocono Raceway, located in the heart of the beautiful Pocono Mountains, for today's Pennsylvania 500 on MRN. What can we look for on this unusual track, Barney?
The corners here at Pocono can be absolutely brutal, and gear selection is crucial for those long straightaways. The drivers that'll do the best are the ones that can set their turns up correctly and slingshot out of them for that extra boost.
The Coca-Cola car has got to be happy about qualifying so well this week.
I could tell by the look on his face this morning how happy he was. I didn't even have to ask. Great to see him starting up front for a change.
Jerry Nadeau is one of those guys who you just keep expecting to break out and have a good year.
Yeah, you do, but he's got a ton of talent and some good equipment. He's shown he can win and run up front. Now he's just got to string some success together and gain some confidence out there.
Jeff Green might not be a household name, but he's had a lot of success recently in stock cars.
But, you know, there's no doubt. He won the Busch Series championship in 2000 by over 600 points, and he's finished runner-up in that series to a couple of talented guys with the names of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kevin Harvick.
Start your engines.
Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 Career Mode. Feels like we were just here, but it's already time to come back to the Pocono Mountains and Pocono Raceway. We're starting on the front row this time. P2 next to Rocket Man Ryan Newman. Green flag is in the air and we're off and racing. Not getting the jump though, just like last time when we were here. The car is more geared for the runs itself, although it was not nearly as fast in the race as it was in qualifying last time around. But we do have an upgraded engine. This is one of our newer upgraded 100% engines, so hopefully that'll help a little bit with the speed at this track. You can see we didn't fall too far back, only losing the one spot. I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually surprised I got second in qualifying. We could have gotten pole actually then, because I screwed up on my second lap. I actually smacked the wall in turn one, so imagine if I hadn't have done that. I think I could have gotten the pole, but that's okay. As Dale Jr. gets past Ricky Rudd looking, but we're gonna go ahead and block him here down the straightaway. Lap 1 of 20 complete. Dale Jr. giving us the block as we're going to look maybe 3 wide into turn 1, but we make contact with Jr., who then makes contact with Burton. They both slide up the track, but we all continue, and I make out like a bandit into P2. If you missed the previous video, I'm trying to remember actually what the last race even was. I want to say it was New Hampshire. If you might be wondering why I don't know, it's because I edited about 3 videos before recording this one, so the memory of what races what starts to get a little fuzzy, especially in the summer months when we have all these races that go back to back to back. But I'm going to assume it was New Hampshire. If it was New Hampshire, be sure to go check out that race or whatever race was last. Make sure you watched it before coming over to this one. We've been on a bit of a hot and cold streak lately. We seem to be running top 5, top 10, and then mid-30s. So hopefully we're starting to see some big improvements in terms of getting our car more consistently towards the front of the pack. As Dale Jr. all over the back of us trying to take a look to the inside. But we'll have him into turn 2 here. Ryan Newman with a bit of a gap, but right now we're holding on pretty steadily to P2. Junior taking another look to the inside, but doesn't have anything for us there on the entrance. Gets way better off the corner though, so he'll have something there on the exit. We go up and block him along with Ricky Rudd in that 28 Havoline Ford.
We can pick up some more spots.
So if caution comes out in this one, it could really change how the strategy of this race goes with it being so short. Lap-wise, as we slide up the track, falling back to P4 there. We don't fire too much further back, just slid up the track, drove it in a little too deep. For some reason, this is a track that's very difficult to do on a controller for some reason. I like racing at Pocono, but only when I have a wheel. For some reason, when you ask me to do it with the controller, I really suck at it, and I'm not 100% sure why. Overall, not too bad right now. It's pretty solidly P4. These guys were definitely faster than us. As you can see, they're driving away. We're pretty solidly in the top 5 right now. Jimmy Johnson may get past us, but then a big old pack behind him a little bit back. In fact, they're 3 wide down the straightaway. The car is kind of loose when you do the first initial turn, but then it starts to get tight as the run goes on, so kind of entering that stage of the race where it gets a little tricky on the tires for us, as well as with the handling of the car. As here comes Jimmy Johnson trying to take a look. Whoa! Jimmy drives straight into the wall. Took a hard right into the tunnel turn, and instead of turning left to make the corner, went straight to the wall. So he'll fall back. That leaves Jeff Gordon and Rusty Wallace as the lead of the pack behind that's trying to catch us. Let's tell you what, those top 3 are breaking away. We have some short run speed, but we just don't seem to have the long run speed. So Gordon is coming as we head into 1 here. Let's keep an eye on him. Gonna slide up the track. Anytime I hit the brakes, it just feels like they're locking up as I then hit the wall. So Gordon takes over the position for now. We fall to P5, and who knows, maybe we'll make a pit stop sooner rather than later. Just because the fuel run at this track's a little bit different from everywhere else.
Tires a little more.
So the end of lap 7 saw a lot of cars go ahead and come on into the pits. Top 4 up ahead. Let's see what they do. I kind of want to do what the opposite of they do is if they come in, I kind of want to stay out just to avoid traffic on pit road. But if they stay out, we'll go ahead and come on in. Looks like they are staying out, so we'll come on in. Hard on the brakes, and we barely made it on speed there. How about that?
Nice.
So just going to lower the tire pressures on the car. Otherwise, I guess it's okay. Don't want to make it too loose, but pit crew, do your thing. Pretty decent time of us, just over 16 seconds. Here comes the guys that pitted a lap before me. Rusty Wallace, who was in that pack behind me, as well as Jimmy Johnson, and I want to say that's Matt Kenseth, so lost a little time to the guys who did the undercut, so maybe we can gain on the guys who are trying to now overcut us. But down to P35 from now. We got Jimmy Johnson with us, so we'll just cruise with this pack, I guess, and wait for everybody else to start come in. I imagine they'll do so maybe starting at the end of this lap, if not the next. Looks like I was right about it being the end of the lap. Good amount of cars are on pit road. Some decided to stay out though. They'll probably come in next time as we come off of turn 3 and smack the wall. That was a bad exit from me. Tried taking a little bit of a different line there in 3, and that clearly didn't work. But look at all these guys leaving the pits. That's a good sign there. So look, these are the guys that were way out in front before. And oh, now the caution's going to come out. This is going to shake things up. And I think actually that'll really hurt us. Actually, no, that should help us. All these guys will still need to pit, so this is going to be at the front of the field once again. Jimmy Johnson on our outside here. Going to try to stay ahead of him because, let's see, this would be for about 4th on track. So the people that haven't pitted yet are actually going to be screwed here. So caution really working out there. Plenty of guys have fresh rubber, but still a good amount that don't. Cross the line here, yellow flag. It's going to be P26 for now, but let's take a look at what the reason for the caution was. It looks like it's the 49 car again, and oh, nearly up and over. Whoa, Jeff Gordon does flip, though. What in the world? Oh, the 49 blew another engine, and it just caused chaos. Jeff Gordon going up and over. Ricky Rudd with huge damage. Well, then. All right, so P4 here, then, on the restart. Green flag is out. That really helped Rusty Wallace. It's really worked out in favor for him. As we struggle through the gears. Just 6 laps to go in this race. So, we make contact there with Matt Kenseth. Car really tight at the beginning of this run here. Tire pressure must have already come up. It's now Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson battle behind us, still holding on to P4 for now. So, didn't get the greatest run through 2 there. However, we were able to block Kurt. Wasn't able to do anything with his run. So we come to turn 3. Looks like, I believe that's Dale Jr. out front. He's driving away just a little bit from Newman and Wallace. They're clearly the 2 fastest cars. Pinch the nose, the 97 as we come out of the corner, so we can't have the run down the straightaway. 5 laps to go here at Pocono, and we're holding on to P4, so it should be a better run than we had last time, because we're pretty solidly right now in the top 5. We may fall back a couple spots, though, but we should be able to get a top 10 at least, which is nice. Kurt Busch by us for the time being. Trying to get to his inside, maybe into turn 2. And not so much, but we're still with him, as so is Jimmy Johnson's with us. So we're coming up on Rusty Wallace, who clearly does not have a very fast car, as we're going to go down to the inside. 3 wide, make minor contact with Kurt. We just don't have the run off the corner. Kurt Busch going to clear Rusty Wallace, though. So just like that, move Kurt Busch up to P3 as the top 2 continue to drive away. Well, actually, Dale Jr. is just in a league of his own. So we go down to the inside of Rusty. We make contact with him. Sorry, Rusty. It was either that or I was going to lock up the brakes, and I'd rather use Rusty as the brake. I'm going to be honest with you. Between locking the tires up and using an AI as a brake, I'll take the AI. All over the back still of Kurt Busch. We could still possibly get a podium from this race as Jimmy Johnson and company drifting back just a little. Get right to the 97, but I had to tap the brakes so we didn't run into him. I don't want to just use the AI as a battering ram. It's just, you know, sometimes the contact happens. But we'll stay in the draft of Kurt Busch for now as he tows us down the front straightaway. We are right there on the back of him. Might be able to get him, but here comes Tony Stewart. He is very, very fast right now. He is approaching very quickly. As we get a run here on Kurt Busch, we're going to take it down to the inside into the tunnel turn. Kurt Busch going to continue to hold the spot, but we're back in the draft. We'll take the inside in turn 3. But here comes Tony Stewart. We're going to have to worry about him before this race is over. He takes a look to the outside, actually, of Kurt Busch, who manages to stay past us. And here comes Tony Stewart with a huge head of momentum. He's going to get us and going to try to clear Kurt Busch as well. And 3 wide, maybe into turn 1. Nope, we're going to, might have heard the squeal there, the brakes. If I want to make turn 1, I almost always have to lock the brakes, it seems. Turn 1, definitely our biggest struggle at this track in terms of setup, but Pocono setups are always a compromise, and our compromise is definitely turn 1 is, oh man, the tires are worn, and it just stopped turning all of a sudden. The car went from decent to just stop turning as we smack the turn 2 wall. Into turn 3 though, and we're coming around to the white flag. So it doesn't look like we'll pass Kurt Busch after all, but we could hold on to a P5 here, as long as, I'm going to believe that's Bill Elliott. We'll see here at the line. Yes, it is Bill Elliott, Mark Martin. They shouldn't really catch us, even if we take it a little easy here, which we're going to try to protect the car and not damage it too much. Definitely have a car that's faster than Kurt Busch in the short to medium run, but our car just isn't there on the long run. Gets a little tight. But overall, a much better showing than last time we came to Poconos. Now turn 2 is really a struggle for us, as Mark Martin sends it down the inside of Bill Elliott. So no sight of Dale Jarrett. This will help Dale Jr. a ton in the points, as he's going to come out of turn 3, take victory here, and we might lose 5th place here because the car's so tight. Mark Martin's going to get underneath us. Bill Elliott's coming, so we're going to lose P5. But P6, I'm not going to complain about that because the car had no right to stay in the top 5 if it had stayed green the whole race. So I will gladly take that, a P6.
There were only a few lead changes.
You could definitely tell the drivers who had the stronger cars. They got out front early and they stayed there the majority of the race.
The Coca-Cola car finished in the top 10.
He had a shot to win. Of course, so did 42 other guys, but I'm sure he's still happy with the top 10.
Unfortunately, we're out of time for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week at Indianapolis.
Right now, we're pretty solidly in P12 in points. We're 727 back of the leader. A little bit of a gap to go to Bobby Labonte, but we have a nice cushion as well to Jimmy Johnson. So top 10, it's going to be a little bit harder from here. We're going to need some good finishes, but still very obtainable. Meanwhile, at the front, it's back to over 200 points for Dale Jr., back to Dale Jarrett. So the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard 400, up next, race number 21. If you don't want to miss that video, be sure to subscribe for more NASCAR Thunder 2003 content. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!